For problem A, we draw our river and we're looking at the side that has the variable. We have a Klingon of -5 and we have a lonely guy of 2. And so let's get rid of the lonely guy first. So the way that we get subtraction out of the way is we add. So we add 2 to both sides. When we do that, these go away. I have 10 on this side, and you need to bring down the n divided by -5. Okay, and so now we have the -5 to get rid of. It's division right here, and so in order to get rid of division, we multiply. And because this is written as a fraction, I'm going to put a little 1 underneath this. But when I come over here, I can just multiply by -5 as a whole number. I don't need to worry about it being a fraction because 10 is a whole number. All right, so what happens over here is the -5 on the top cancels out with the -5 on the bottom, and I'm left with n by itself. We could put a 1 underneath it, but we don't really need to. And we come over here, and a +10 times a -5 is a -50. For our check, we plug in parentheses instead of n, -50. And then everything else comes down. The division, the -5, the minus, the 2, the equals, and the 8. And now order of operations, we would divide first and then subtract, and we should wind up with a true statement. I will let you do the rest of the check yourself. For B, we draw our river, and we have a Klingon of 4. We have a lonely guy of minus or -9. We get rid of the lonely guy first. If we do what some of you did and subtract 9, I want you to stop and look at what you've just written. We have a -9 and then another -9. That's actually going to make a -18. So in order to get rid of minus, we add 9. So we're going to add 9 to the left side, which means we come over here on the other side of the river and we add 9. Draw my line since I am adding. These now do cancel out, and I'm left with a plus 4x. Now, if this were a minus sign, we would definitely need to bring it down because minus is the same thing as negative. Plus is the same thing as positive, and we don't have to write positive 4x. We can just write 4x. Come over here on the other side, and the signs are different, so we need to subtract them. We get 8, and 17 is going to win the battle because it's negative. And because it's negative, the answer would be a -8. Now our final step here, we know that this is multiplication. In order to get rid of multiplication, we divide. So we divide both sides by 4. These cancel out, and a -8 divided by a +4 is a -2 because the signs are different. We come over here to our check, and our parenthetical promise, we're going to put in a -2 for x. Everything else is going to come down, and I'm going to just do the math. So I would multiply first, get that number, add it to -9, and make sure that I wind up with a true statement.